Thanks for checking out Robin Reviews. This is my first try at this, and I'm just going to review different things. Rubik's Cube, lightsabers, helmets, Funko, even snacks. Years ago, I tried to do a snack blog where I would just assess different snacks, and um, just found it took up a lot of time. And then recently, I was watching a Gary Vee video where he was talking about people who will watch hours of Friends before bed, or they'll watch a show before bed, and it's not about taking in more content, but taking some time out to do something you love. So this isn't about viewers for me. This is just about having fun. So yeah, let's get started. I actually brought out two Rubik's Cubes today. I love Rubik's Cubes. When I was younger, I used to think that Rubik's Cubes, you had to know the special way to do them. That I recently found out that it's math. And so I bought loads of Rubik's Cubes over the years. But I wanted to get some more difficult ones, and then I found these ones online. So I'm going to start with this one. This is the one that they call Rubik's Impossible. You might already be able to see before I even say it, but most of the stickers on this Rubik's Cube are actually dual colored. There's horizontal and vertical lines that mean that depending on how you're looking at it, they're a different color. Now, the beautiful thing is each side does have at least two stickers that are the same, that don't change. So for example, you can see here, no matter how you look at it, this is white no matter what. And so you could put that with the white one, and then you'd be off to a good start. But the reason this is called Impossible is because it genuinely is. I haven't done it myself yet. I find it drives me a little crazy, but I have read online that even if you were to solve an entire side, that you would not actually solved anything, because then as soon as you move it or change your perspective with what you're looking for, it changes colors. But this is fun for me. One thing I hope to communicate through my videos is I do enjoy a challenge, and this has been very challenging, almost too much, but not quite there yet. And so the one key, if you were to ever get one of these, is you have to really not change how you're looking at it the entire time. Because if you change even a slightest bit, it changes the colors. Where if you look at it straight on as you're solving it, you should have a better chance of solving the one side. But then again, you haven't actually solved it because it's impossible to do so. So again, they were pretty blunt about this, calling it impossible. I like that they were realistic, and I like that they're trying new things. And so this is probably the hardest one I have. In another video, I'll show one that is a mixture between Perplexus, which if you haven't used before is like a labyrinth inside a ball with a small ball bearing inside it. And the Rubik's Perplexus is a larger cube, which has 8 squares in it. And it is a Rubik's Cube, as in you can move the squares, but you also have a labyrinth inside. The trick is, for example, if you start the labyrinth on number 1, you have to then move the pieces around. So I'll show that in a later video. I just wanted to say that this one, the Impossible, and the Perplexus one are two of the harder ones. But my favorite one, which I'll also show now, is this. So this is called the Rubik's Phantom, and at first glance, it looks black. And you'd think, well, it's really easy because you can't unsolve it. But what this actually is, it's a new one that just was released this fall by Rubik's. It's heat activated. It is the classic colors. You have your yellow opposite your white, your red opposite your orange, and your green opposite your blue. And I don't know if I'm going to get warm enough here to actually do it. I'll sometimes use, if I'm having like a tea or coffee or radiator or something, I'll sometimes press my hand up against it and then hold it. And if you do it long enough and you're warm enough, you can start to see that the green does start to come through. But obviously I'm not warm enough right now. The reason that this is probably my favorite Rubik's Cube is not necessarily because of difficulty. If you have memorized the algorithms of Rubik's and how to solve things, then it isn't harder than a regular one, as long as you do have your hands warm enough and you do get to see what the colors are. No, I would say this is my favorite because just the complexity of the design of having them heat activated. it makes it a challenge on a whole other level, because I have found through attempting it that if you are too cold or if you're in a cold setting, it is very hard, because even though you might eventually bring the colors out, if you hold it really tightly, they do fade pretty quickly. The one downside I would say, for those who are curious, which I'll never understand, is so where the stickers usually are, these aren't stickers, but where they usually are, instead of being a solid shape, these are like little panels, and the one that I got had the blue, white, and red corner there. The blue panel is loose, and so I actually had to use tape to keep that down. So I kind of wish that they weren't panels. Instead, they were just solid pieces, similar to the Impossible. I mean, I know those are stickers, but at least with stickers, you know that it's not going to come loose, whereas that kept flapping. And then the other thing, it's not really a downside, but just something that I guess is natural, is it takes far longer for this to warm up and show its color, whereas fairly quickly after it's showing its color, it starts to revert back. And so you do have to work a little quicker, but it is great. So that's those are my two Rubik's Cubes, which I wanted to show. Again, I'm going to branch out in these videos. I have some helmets from like Power Rangers and Halo and Marvel. I'm a big Funko fan. I'm a moderator in Funko Canada Waffle House and Funko Canada Marketplace. And I have a medium-sized collection. I started about 3 years ago due to two friends, Mike and Brad, and their influence on me. But like I said, I might also look at snack things, and it's just an opportunity for me to talk about things that I like. Again, I might have one viewer from these, I might have zero, but I still enjoy talking about things that I like, and hopefully, especially with Christmas coming up, I already know one person who was looking at work, who was looking at the Phantom Rubik's Cube, who wants to get one for her son, and so who knows, maybe I'll positively influence someone out there to pick something like this up, and I just hope if anyone is watching that you've enjoyed it. Thanks, have a good day.